Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to talk about the responsibilities of the best man on the wedding day, prior to the wedding day, and after the wedding day. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, we're going to talk about the responsibilities of the best man and the groomsmen prior to the wedding day. This is very important. Some people think they just show up on the wedding day and they're there. That's not the case at all. I already did one video prior to this about the responsibilities of the maid of honor. So now we're going to talk about the best men. So rule number one, tip number one, no particular order, plan the bachelor party. Plan the bachelor party and this is some advice. If your groom is not, let's play the not a partier. Don't take him to a party. Don't plan a party and don't take him to clubs and don't do all this other stuff. That's not him. For me, when I got married 33 years ago, coming up on 34 years, we didn't go do that bachelor party style of anything else like that because I was a Christian. I didn't drink and I didn't smoke. So I didn't want to go to those places and be around those situations. So me and my friends just kind of hung out and just had pizza and we hung out. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. So if your groom is the opposite of that, your job now is to make sure that he doesn't go too far. If he is the partier, opposite of what I was just saying, and he is the partier, your job to plan the bachelor party is to make sure that he doesn't get too far and don't do anything stupid and don't make any mistakes and so on and so forth. You know what I'm talking about. It's your last hurrah. Don't make it a stupid hurrah. All right, that's number one. Number two, help out with the suit fittings. You probably don't have a say in what type and style of suit a groom is going to wear on his day. That is something the bride and groom. But just when it comes to gathering the guys and making sure all the guys got their suits, they've got everything in their suits. We're going to talk about that later on. Help out. I would have a separate text message thread that does not include the groom so that all of the groomsmen get information from you based on what you text him. Hey, Joey's having a hard day today, or Joey's going to be, whatever. Keep them informed outside of the groom. I'm not saying exclude him, but there's certain things that the groomsmen and best man should be talking about and should be doing that doesn't have anything to do with him. And that way there is less things he has to worry about too. Hey, can you help us with this? And hey, can you help us with that? Hey guys, we got a rehearsal dinner we got to do tonight, but we got to go set up at the rehearsal. Things like that help out. So be helpful and assist with the suits. Go around and be that guy that helps everybody else get dressed, help them with the tie, help them with the jackets, help them with the cufflinks. Your job as a best man is to help the best man get dressed. That's putting the jacket on. Now, he can tie his own shoes, but you're helping him with the jacket, helping him with the cufflinks, helping him with the tie, and so on and so forth. Very, very important when it comes to that. So that's tip number two. All right, tip number three, help. Moral support. Help the groom because sometimes he feels out of his element because he is not in a place that he feels comfortable with, either being behind the camera, in front of the camera, standing in front of a videographer, or standing in front of a photographer, or standing in front of a videographer. Be aware that he might not feel comfortable with that and just be there for moral support, saying, hey, it's only temporary. It's not going to be that long. Everything's going to work out. So on and so forth. So be that mental and moral help for him to help him get through this day and talk him down off the ledge and encourage him to be, remember, your bride's on the other side. She's going to be looking at this, do all of this, so on and so forth. So let me just throw this little tip in here about the suits. Gentlemen, please check your own fly. I cannot say this enough, and I cannot say how many weddings I've been to. There's always somebody that forgets to zip up the fly. Please, gentlemen, zip up the fly. All right, number four, help with the wedding day logistics. So a lot of that stuff had to do with prior to the wedding. This is the day of. Make sure all of the groomsmen are there. Make sure that they're in the places that they need to be. Make sure they don't have anything in their pockets. No flasks, no glasses, no cell phones, nothing like that. Don't have any of that stuff there. And it's your job to make sure that if they give anybody a hard time when they get told to that, it's your job to say, hey, listen, it's just for a couple hours. Let's get it done. Be that person that can help with the logistics. Number five, organize the activities of the groomsmen. Make sure that they know their responsibilities, who they're walking with, what order they're walking in, Where are they going when they walk down the aisle? Which way are they turning? Which way are they going? When they come back down the aisle, they're going to be coming out this way. Where do they go at the end of that? Do not leave, and do not let them leave to go to the drink or go to the bathroom or anything else like that. It is your job to make sure that they stay there so we can get pictures done. So keep everybody in line. Perfect. All right, number 6, help the groom with the gifts of the groomsmen. You guys can talk back and forth and figure out, because the groom's usually going to pick what the gifts are. And if you do know or you don't know, it would be helpful to help with either the passing them out or personalizing them. Help the groom when it comes to that, make those decisions when it comes to that. Please let the photographer know everybody has a flask with their name on it. Everybody has special socks. Everybody has special cufflinks. Something, whatever the gift is, let the photographer know that there's a special gift so that I know what to photograph. I don't know everybody's got special socks on, so help out with the logistics when it comes to with the gifts of the wedding party. All right, number 7, same thing I said with the maid of honor, prepare your speech. Please limit it to 2 to 5 minutes long. Not everybody needs to know what happened at the bachelor party. Not everybody needs to know what happened in college. Not everybody needs to know when you guys were riding bikes when you were 6 years old. Not everybody needs to know that. But let them know that you've got a relationship with the groom for all of these years, and you're thankful that he picked you to be part of the day. So that's the stuff that you go on. Tell stories that are encouraging and funny, but just limit it to 2 to 5 minutes so that everything else on the itinerary can stay intact. Number 8, be present at the rehearsal. Show up there, help everybody get organized, keep all the groomsmen in line, keep them close by, keep everybody else in line when they need to be, help everybody pay attention. You do not want the officiant repeating himself or herself 20 times because everybody's laughing and joking and talking and chewing and spitting and drinking and all this other stuff like that. If people are drinking, you need to round them up and reel them in saying, hey, dial it back, not today. Let's do that next week. We need to be present and have everybody intact and paying attention for this. All right, so be present at the rehearsal. That's number 8. This number 9 was a little bit of a tricky one, but I'm going to leave it in there anyways, is helping out with the vendor coordination. It's really not your responsibility unless the groom says, oh my God, can you go give this to the DJ? Oh my God, the groom says, can you go tell the photographer I need him over here for this? Go get him. Come back. Don't get distracted. Don't stop at the bar. Don't stop by people. Don't do any of that stuff like that. Help out when it comes to the vendors being in the right places. Like if you know something that's happening and there's no photographer there, go get the photographer. Hey, he's opening up a special gift from his wife. Can you get that? I wouldn't have known that. So help out when it comes to the vendors and stuff like that. Perfect. All right, number 10. Keep in contact with the maid of honor and the bride and the groom so that everybody knows where everybody's supposed to be. Everybody needs to know when the rehearsal is going to be and what time said rehearsal is going to be. You cannot do a rehearsal if 3 people are missing when they're the ones walking down the aisle with the other person. So stay organized with, let the maid of honor know that the 2 of you guys can stay coordinated with you. Make sure your people are here. Okay, what's the time? Where are we going to be? We're going to meet at here and then we're going to carpool here. Help out with the maid of honor. Your job is to blend the 2 of you guys together so that the bride and groom have the best experience ever. So that's my 10 tips. That's my 10 tips on the responsibility of the groomsmen and the groom and the best man on the wedding day and prior to the wedding. It is your job and responsibility. Those are 10 helpful tips to make the day go and flow better. So if you're a best man or a groomsman looking at this, if this was helpful, please put your comments down below. If you're a photographer and you ran into situations before that have not paired out and not worked out in the best interest of, but let me just go back to the assisting the suits thing. This is very important. I did a wedding not too long ago, and the sole of the bottom of one of the shoes on the ring bearer was completely separated. We had to put duct tape around that to keep it all together. Encourage and let the groomsmen know that they need to try their suits on 1 week before the wedding or as soon as they get it so that they have everything. Shoes are there, cufflinks, belt, suspenders, cummerbund, ties, anything. Make sure nothing's missing. Best man, let it be your responsibility to make sure all of the groomsmen are not forgetting something on the wedding day. Please also limit the drinking. I just did a wedding not too long ago, and one of the groomsmen was so drunk. He should not even been standing up because he couldn't. And he couldn't even walk to do walking pictures. And he was literally leaning on the person next to him during the ceremony. If something would have happened, that's all people are going to remember is that one thing. So, best man, dial everybody's drinking down to make sure nobody has a bad experience on that day. So that goes up with the experience on keeping all the groomsmen in line, especially with the suits. So, thank you guys for coming back to the channel. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Spending a little time with me about this. This is 10 tips on how to be a best man that you could possibly be and help the groom in any way, shape, or form. So remember to smile more because it sure does hurt less. Peace.